Hey everyone, welcome to season 6, episode 17 of the Film Bros Championship Podcast. I am Tim. With me is my co-host Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, Tim. Thank you for wearing a shirt. After watching this movie, I wasn't sure if that was a problem with people
It
named
was just
Tim.
a Tim thing. Was
Yeah,
it a yeah? Was it a Tim thing? Yeah.
just Jesus Christ, put on a goddamn shirt.
Nope. No. Like he has no like whether I'm gonna go into a place of business, I'm gonna take my shirt off. I'm gonna have a conversation, or at least my weird adult older male person I'm gonna hang out with is gonna talk to old man Crenshaw. I'm gonna take off my shirt on the porch
Hey, that
randomly.
man's not wearing a shirt. If he's not wearing a shirt, I'm not wearing a shirt either. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Tim.
that seems to be the yeah. It was weird to see Tim in a shirt
Mm.
in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we saw and let me get the Boggy Creek II and the legend continues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which it was a slight weird because it threw me because the way you have it listed is slightly different.
Yeah, I
So I
don't know
was
where I read it. That was the original title. I forget where
yeah,
it
because
was.
when I searched the title
The
you put
Barbaric
down,
Beast of Boggy Creek 2. I'm not even sure where I saw it,
yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah, I
But
don't know.
whenever I search for that, this is what comes up.
Right. So that's what we watched.
Yeah.
Your choice.
Um, I didn't want to. I'm trying to set you up to pick a certain movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not enjoy this movie.
No, it's not very good.
It's not, and I guess I'll go to the DB here. Professor and three of his students camp out in the wilderness to find a Bigfoot type creature.
Yeah, this is the official sequel to The Legend of Boggy Creek, which came out in 1972, which made like it was a big hit, big independent hit, made $25 million
Oh
in the
wow.
drive-ins and stuff. Yeah, it was one of the top 10 movies of 1972.
Huh.
Um, and but which was written and directed by Charles B. Pierce, who is the writer, director, and star of this movie. Um, he did not want to make a sequel.
That's
Uh,
fair.
the,
But
the
he got
original
through some money, right? Is that the thing?
kind of. So he went on to make other cool stuff. Like he made like the town that dreaded sundown and another famous independent horror movie.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
he wound up becoming like a art director or something like that for Clint Eastwood later on, and even ended up hooking up with Clint and writing, or at least writing the story for Sudden Impact with his writing partner, which was the fourth Dirty Harry movie. I'm really curious to see if
Ah,
one of them wrote "Make My Day," which is where that go ahead, make my day.
yeah, famous line for sure.
Yeah, curious if that was them or one of the other writers.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, eventually his career started going on the downturn. He's like, all right, fine, I'll go ahead and make the sequel. And there had already been a sequel that came out like 4 years afterwards, and he just like disregarded it. It's like, yeah, that one doesn't count because that wasn't me. So there
That's
are
kind of
two
fair.
Boggy Creek 2s.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, because definitely like when I typed in Boggy Creek, like other stuff popped up that I was
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
what?
No.
So it was strange.
Yeah, and the first movie is more like a Blair Witch style type faux documentary
Yeah.
where they added in like kind of like creature effects, but you only saw like glimpses of the monster instead of actually seeing the monster. Like this one's just like dude in ape man costume.
Yeah.
Whereas in the first movie, just like a hand here or something like just running really close across the screen or something like that, or like just briefly because he's like it was scarier that way. He thought instead of seeing the guy in the monster. It's a shame. 1972, Charles B. Pierce didn't hook up with 1984 Charles B. Pierce to talk this thing through.
Yeah.
But also, you don't want to make the same movie again, which is what he did. Why he didn't want to do a sequel for so long. It's like I just didn't want to do the same movie, which
It's
we
just a
thought he began to do
weird
the sequel,
just
which like
go the way he did though at the same time. Like he couldn't think of anything more interesting to do, I guess.
yeah. And he also says this is the worst thing he ever did was the sequel. And he's like, I worst thing I ever did in my career.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But cool, interesting guy.
Yeah.
Born in Indiana, grew up in Arkansas. Like within a couple months, he was living in Arkansas. and started off in like making TV commercials, then had his own like advertising um, company for a little while, and then from there he was like, I got an idea for a movie because he was seeing these stories about some creature, the folks creature, whatever,
Hmm.
uh, in the area, and decided to make a movie out of it. And he went to all the people who were interviewed for these stories and just like and shot them and like made dramatic stuff like all of a sudden we would like the same kind of stuff that we would see on like like bad History Channel documentaries and stuff like that, or
Right.
he made a movie based on that, and it was like a huge hit at the drive-in.
Would you?
And this one time he made like a narrative feature, and
You
yeah,
probably already looked
so
up his age, but what would you classify him and Crenshaw age wise?
yeah, old man Crenshaw, not that old.
Not that old. They look the same age.
Yeah,
Yeah,
roughly. Yeah, yeah.
roughly the same age.
That's actually a good question. I didn't look to see. I know exactly how old man Crenshaw was, so I had to look up
Okay.
that shit. It's like what?
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
funny
because
because
like every time he's yelling at him and he keeps calling him an old man repeatedly.
right.
And I'm like, okay, all right, hold up here. Like, what?
Let's see. Teeny. So Pierce was like 45 when he made this movie, and Old Man Crenshaw is like 7 years older.
Okay.
But if you go to like Wikipedia, the Wikipedia describes him as being like a septuagenarian. I'm like, nope.
Nope.
Unless
No.
that is like he is drinking some kind of special Ozark water that makes like a 70-year-old man look like a 50-year-old man.
Right. I mean, even 7 years. I wonder if the actor's like, come on.
Well, Pierce is like a legend in Arkansas, I guess at the time. You know,
Yeah,
there is no one else but him making movies down there. So, like, I'm sure
fair
everyone's like,
enough.
whatever he wants me to do, I'm happy to work for him. Like, the legend, Charles P. Pierce.
Right.
Because Boggy Creek was a huge hit. And Challenge Road at Sundown was also fairly big. There was a remake for that movie too. Um, Came out in the aughts. But yeah. Um, so should we get into this?
Yeah, let's, I guess, get into this.
Our hero is Brian C. Lockhart, played by Charles B. Pierce, who also wrote and directed this movie.
Yeah.
His friends call him Doc.
The
He's a, prof-
doc.
he's a professor of anthropology at the University of Arkansas, located deep in the Ozark Mountains,
And
Fayetteville,
he
Arkansas.
loves his Razorbacks.
Yeah, that's true to right what you know. He was a huge Arkansas Razorbacks fan.
I was kind of impressed. I was like, whoa, okay, this is like actual team here, like playing
Yep.
and like,
Arkansas is playing Tulsa. That was
yeah.
a real game played on September 10th, 1983.
Oh,
First
wow.
game of the season. Final score was 17-14 Arkansas. So when he left in the game in the third quarter, didn't miss anything. Uh, they finished with a 6-5 record that year, and Lou Holtz was the head coach. He
Oh,
resigned
wow.
at the end of that year rather than be fired, and went on to coach Minnesota for 2 years before accepting the Notre Dame head coaching job in 1986.
Wow. Small world for us. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
I listen. Lou Holtz has become sort of like a unfortunate character in the last 8 years or so, but
Still,
he's still
it
kind of
could,
more like a mascot for Notre Dame, where he's just like
yeah, it could be worse,
he sort of became he's like Phil Rizzuto in his later years. He's just kind of like
Would you
squeeze his head and he'll
rather
go
that
Notre Dame.
ending or like Joe Pa? Like I don't know, that was not a
Uh, Certainly he looks better than Joe Pa.
right. Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry to
so
go dark.
yeah, so Doc gets a phone call from sheriff down
Somebody?
in sheriff down in near Texarkana. Since they got another sighting, and decides to grab him and some college students to go on down there and investigate.
Yeah. I
Um,
guess you kind of eventually get the gist that there has been abnormally amount more more sightings than normal, and there's something tied to weather, he thinks. to there's abnormally amount of rain, and so it's more flooding and it's driving him out. Although is that the real reason what's driving him out? We find out later. But yeah.
I didn't even know there was a mystery to why they just like they
It's
didn't like
not
yeah.
there initially. It's like you get this little piece by piece thing where like, okay, I guess
Well, it
this.
seems like every time he's telling a story, it's like, oh, this is from a few years back. Oh, this is also from a few years back. But at the end of the movie, they're
Oh, the
like,
stories.
and that's why he's going crazy lately. I'm like, I'm sorry, was there a mystery to this? I thought that we just explained that the flooding. He goes out when it's flooding. Yeah, yeah.
It
All
didn't
right,
really make
whatever.
sense because it's like this is why he's going crazy lately, but then he'll like tell one story about how, or actually two different stories. I don't know. One story was his, another story was like a trooper's of how there's a violent episode. And then you're like, okay, it doesn't seem as, you know, this seems weird. All of a sudden, it's not quite fitting. So there's definitely a lot of pieces that don't add up with this
Yeah,
movie.
no, it's narratively a mess.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like we don't know. I guess he's concerned about the monster being a threat. That's why he goes into the gas station. It looks like and picks up some 30-30 shells for his Winchester rifle.
yeah. He
Uh,
does not care if they're hollow point or not.
no, he announces
So
to the whole place that's what he's going. What's what he needs those shells for, and they all just laugh at him. And
right. And then somebody like mocks him about like someone better, someone's gonna go dress up as a monkey or something and
yeah, put on a
come.
monkey suit and scare them. We'll get them all into a hotel. And he's just like,
Yeah,
I am scared, and I might just shoot at them. Someone in a monkey suit, if they come at me.
yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting little threat. Like, oh boy.
Yeah,
I
might just
don't.
pull the trigger.
I think one thing that didn't exactly work for him either. I mean, maybe it's hard for me being so more modern looking back, but the outfit choices
They
from
are
him is
beautiful.
is something.
I
Like
love
it
the
is.
the short shorts.
Yeah, because I'm like I'm not really thrown by the younger ones' outfit choices. You know what I
Yeah, he
mean?
also looks like he could be a camp counselor at Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah, but it looks
That's how he's
I don't
dressing.
know, like I'm almost getting the meme of what's his name, like what's up kids, whatever, holding a
Hello,
skateboard.
Philippians. Buscemi from yeah,
Yeah, from
30
30 Rock. Yeah, that's like the gist I'm kind of getting almost. Like he's like in his crazy short shorts and hat and sunglasses. Like there's so many like I'm cool with my gun kind of deal. You're like this looks so ridiculous.
I you know what? It added to the character for me. It's like, oh, I it's one of the things I
Yeah.
enjoyed about the movie, just watching him in these short shorts, in his
He's like
tucked in
clearly
shirt.
trying to put himself as like the coolest guy, but he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, Doc, like, and then like he's like randomly will be like stern, but not quite yelling kind of
And
deal.
he's absolutely disgusted by a couple of the girls. Just
Yeah,
like so one of the girls like, "Did you take my blush?" She's like, "Oh, blush? What? We're camping. This is serious business."
yeah. Like you know how you're dressed. You know what we're doing, right? Like I don't. It's yeah. Like the I feel like it. I don't want to tiptoe on the action scenes. But those are some of the times where he like shines of ridiculousness of like you're like, oh my
Listen,
God.
there is one scene in this movie that is so unintentionally hilarious
Yeah.
that it is preventing it from being at the bottom of the year-end list.
Oh, really? Okay. That should be
And
interesting
it
to see
happens
what you're
early
saying it
on,
is.
and it
Okay.
is so funny.
Yeah.
So this is like I think this movie was like the last episode of Mystery Science 3000 of the original run.
Oh, really?
And I've never been a Mystery
Now I'm
Science guy,
curious. I
but I'm
neither have
like
I.
I kind of want to see that
You
episode.
watched more of that than I on like Sci-Fi Channel back in the day.
Yeah, I had a friend who was a bigger fan of it, who had me watch some of it. Like I don't know.
It wasn't for me either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather be ripping the movie with my friend than watching someone else ripping the movie.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know?
know. There, like, again, but we also got into what's that podcast for a while? How This Get Made, which was like, to me, it
But I'm
felt
not
was like a
watching the movie. I'm just listening to them, and it's
that
fine.
that riffing on it, right? Exactly. So like, it was like a better version, or at least, or
Yeah,
one that I vibed with more.
yeah.
Obviously, it's kind of got its own cult acclaim of famous stuff that it did. But yeah, I agree. So it's weird because there is moments of like. oh my gosh, this movie that brings some kind of entertainment, but like it's you're right. It's like
Unintentionally.
how where are we gonna put this at the bottom? Because that's clearly where this is going.
No,
And it is mostly because of this guy is
yeah,
such a show. Like it's such a like choice. The guy the what this guy's doing.
it's almost like, oh God, which was his character?
Dingle?
Thomas. Yes, yes,
Yes!
that's what I was like. It's like Thomas Lennon's character. Man, I couldn't remember his
Yes!
name. I was like,
That's exactly
that's
Dingle.
the vibe he's got. And I'm like,
It's totally what I was going with too. I was watching this almost thinking like, did he like take some of his character from this guy?
that's a good question. I'd love to talk to Thomas Lennon and see if he's ever seen it because he's a big
Right?
horror fan, Thomas Lennon. So I'd be
I
curious
know.
to
So
see
it's
that.
like, man, he's got the sunglasses,
Right? Yeah.
like he's got the short shorts. All you
Yeah.
gotta do is put him in some cowboy boots, and it's pretty darn close of him like off hours Dingle or something. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's pretty close to there. Even like the whole like he's like he tries to be the tough guy type of deal with it. Like it just adds to it. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting
Uh,
outfit that he goes like the most dressed he's in this movie is when he goes to watch the Razorbacks. Like he's in a tie, he's like kind of more dressed up, and he will not be that way for the rest of the movie. But for to watch his football team on I guess
was he in a tie?
Saturday.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was more
Oh, okay.
dressed up. I don't know
Okay.
if it's because he's a professor on campus and he's
Right, but as soon as he's back in
working.
his
I don't know.
office, he's in his like,
I know.
polo and hat.
Yeah, and I have
Um,
so many questions that his relationship with those kids. I got questions.
well,
I don't know how to step on that with other character or categories, but yeah.
well, I'll tell you this right off the bat. The
Okay.
kid playing Tim is his
Yeah.
actual real life son.
If I get this right, he played a younger version of a character in the original.
Yeah, a little boy who
Okay.
runs across the screen in the very beginning of the movie.
Okay then.
I know I rewatched the see this was like one of the final movies when Joe Bob did Last Drive and Return. He did this big
Yeah.
giant marathon, like 11 movies or 12 movies or that, something like that. And this was like the second to last movie. And I just rewatched the just Joe Bob part of him talking about Legend of Boggy Creek. That's the only reason I can confirm
Ah,
what part he
okay.
played in that son. But yeah, and the woman playing Leslie Ann um, is I think was his real life wife at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
they didn't make it.
Shocker.
So,
Although, like,
when he's
I
checking out
guess
her ass at that one point,
exactly. I was
I'm
about to
like,
bring this up. Like,
I was like, oh, you perv. I'm like, oh, they're really married. I'm like, all right, a little
I
less
guess
pervy, but
that's
still,
less pervy, but still
yeah.
not great. Like, yeah.
Not
I
if
mean,
it's a
but
college professor, college
there's
student thing.
so many shots of this movie where it's like we took a purposeful camera angle to like basically see their butts hanging out of their shorts. It's like the most they can get away with not having nudity is like we're gonna see some butts hanging out of their shorts.
I guess I barely noticed it to be honest with you. I probably was too entranced by his shorts to check out the girls.
You're more noticing on Dingle.
I was like, look at him, glorious with his tucked in shirt into these tiny shorts,
Yes,
his
these
high
tiny
socks,
shorts and yeah, look at those thighs, yeah.
is busting out of his shirt. um,
Yeah.
let's see. Only thing I can tell you else about Doc is he loves bologna sandwiches and pork and beans. It's one of his favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like mostly for the unintentional comedy of this guy, I gave him a 2.
That's what I did too.
Okay.
Yeah, exact.
So there really isn't a villain of this movie.
I
Uh,
kind of did this mashup of like I guess it's the creature, but also
I only wrote
kind
up
of
the creature.
Crenshaw.
I only wrote up the creature. Crenshaw's
Crenshaw has a moment of villainous.
right, but he means well, and he agrees with them at
Right.
the end and everything. So I didn't even bother. I put him in side characters.
See,
Um,
I put him here, but okay.
okay. So the Boggy
It's
Creek
not going to
creature,
change anything, by the way. But anyway.
that's fine. Is the center of the story, but not really villainous. However,
No.
he could be responsible for one man's death. Unclear.
Are we gonna wait for that for action, or we want
Yeah,
to talk about
yeah.
it here? Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
looking
wait
for
for that
action.
for action. Yeah. I
Action.
know you get mostly close-ups of faces or far away shots of them walking by, and a lot of growling. Um, that
Yeah, it's
kind
just a
of yeah
guy in a black Bigfoot suit.
yeah
He's supposed to be 7 feet tall. The actor portraying it does not look 7 feet tall. Um,
I guess yeah.
uh,
Apparently super
I
fast
got to tell you,
and swims fast, but is
yeah,
also like
incredible
maybe
swimmer.
400 pounds.
Right. I got to tell you, choosing a black costume for a creature that is hard to see in the Ozarks was an interesting choice. Although I guess if he's supposed to be nocturnal, it works, but still. We only ever see him in the daytime, even though he keeps on saying must be nocturnal.
Well, a couple of times you see him at nighttime, but again, there was like a lot of like this is clearly like shot in daytime, but like they
Yeah,
do
yeah, day for
some
night. Yeah, yeah,
exactly camera manipulations to make it look like it's nighttime and not so much. And a lot of times too, it's like usually like a light shines on, you see him through some trees, but never like that close. So then it's like "Rawr, rawr, rawr, rawr," and then he walks away,
yeah.
basically.
So, according to Doc, since 1956, every time the river floods, the creature is spotted. It's never been seen in a drought year.
Right.
Um, let's see, Doc believes most of the sightings are either at early dusk or late evening, so the creature must be nocturnal. There are claims of seeing more than one of them. We then see a big creature and a little creature walking through a field.
Yep.
I'm not going to say, I'm not going to sex, I'm not going to gender either of the creatures. Not really sure.
Yeah, you're not really told.
Uh, Tim already mentioned, unbelievable runner and an incredible swimmer, according to
Yep.
Crenshaw. Doc says the creature emits a foul odor, which is still present many hours after the encounter in the wild.
Yeah.
Stinky, big stinker.
I
And with
guess
all
so.
that hair.
It's like permanent wet dog, I guess, because it is such a good
Right.
swimmer. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's the Ozarks in summertime, so thing's got to sweat. Although it's not really the summertime, we're in the early fall
I get it
because
almost was
football
like, is
started.
it just hanging out in the water a lot? Is it more aquatic than we think? It's weird. But I guess at the same time, it's like it's back there with Crenshaw, and Crenshaw you can only access by boat at this point. So it's kind of like deep, deep in there kind of deal or whatever.
Yeah. Doc is also convinced that the creature is more man than beast since it's always seen on two legs, and other creatures who can be bipedal can only do so under considerable strain for a shorter period of time.
Sure.
Anyway, at the end of this movie, credits roll. We see the big creature, little creature walking together through the forest. And it's adorable.
I
I
guess
give
you
this a
kind of
one.
see that at the beginning as well. But yeah, I also gave it a one. It's
Yeah.
weak.
Yeah.
Even with me putting Crenshaw in this category, it's still a one.
I enjoyed Crenshaw a little bit more. So,
Yeah, I did, but because
slightly.
he kind of is the antagonist, with like it's either them or they're scared of it or they're telling stories of it, or it's Crenshaw who's kind of the antagonist until he's like, "Oh, you're right, I was wrong." But anyway, he was still an antagonist. So under that, I still put him here, and it just wasn't enough. So yeah.
So let's get into the action of this movie, or what there is of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good point. Putting it. Yep.
First real bit of horror is a poor deer getting dragged under the water. All we see is it thrashing, and then a furry hand shakes it down and spits blood. And we see the
Yeah.
creature dragging its body on land while leaving its head in the creek.
Yeah, you see it headless as it's being dragged, kind of deal.
Oddly enough, later on, we will see the headless deer just sitting in the middle of a road.
Yep.
So I'm not
Gave
sure
up,
why
I
the creature
guess.
did that.
I don't
Looks
know.
like a dead deer. Let's go take a look at it.
Yeah, I get well, it's like before it causes any more accidents, I think they were kind of getting at. So let's get it off the road kind of deal. I think that's kind of what they were going with that. But still, it's
Hmm.
like bizarre. Which is
Uh,
like, do you think they um like got money to show off that Jeep or something? Because it is a new shiny Jeep to
I doubt it.
start.
Maybe he got
Maybe
was
he paid
maybe he
it's
knew
his
somebody who was a
Jeep.
Jeep dealership. Oh, maybe that he could have known
Maybe.
somebody who like
It's
owned
a
a Jeep
shiny,
dealership.
nice Jeep, at least to start the movie.
Right, right. So
Yeah.
that gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Um, the first
Stupid
flashback,
girls.
telling a story of this creature. is about a farmer who puts his cows away.
Oh, this is the worst one.
This is like I said, unintentionally funny.
Like, what is
Because
this scene?
it's supposed to be this scary story of like the he comes he goes into his house and putting the cows away. Then he hears some noise and he sees the creature in the barn just standing there. The creature's like,
Yeah, and it's like this shoulder
and like
up shot, like that's
right,
it. Like,
and the farmer just quietly walks away, and then we see the creature just staring him down. After that,
yeah.
and that's it. That's the
And
whole story.
well, that and like then Doc is like, hey, he's standing right there, and Tim's like, I'm not gonna stand where he stood, and that's like it's like, oh, good Lord, that's so dumb.
All right,
It's
well,
so bad.
let's get into the highlight of this movie.
Man,
Mad Dog,
it's shouted, man down, mad dog. I'm like,
Mad Dog,
whoa,
Mad Dog.
okay, that's how we're going with this. All right, like, yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
so
Wow.
Doc and the kids go driving around the area, decide to check out an old abandoned house for reasons unknown.
They're
Um,
investigating. They're
yeah,
checking out the area.
Tim spots a German Shepherd running at him and yells, "Mad Dog!"
Yep.
And Doc orders everybody into the house. But he stops into his Jeep first and grabs his handgun. He takes a couple shots at the dog first and then joins the kids in the house. Orders
Yep.
the girls to hold back the door.
Yep.
Make sure that the dog can't get in.
As
Um,
he takes like a couple more shots at like the floor
well,
because
no, even before that,
he's just
tells
wasting
he
ammo.
he like stands behind like a door like he's making a drug bust. Like
Yeah.
he tells,
Again, it just
hey
reminds
Tim,
me of Dingle. This is all like this is what it
yeah.
reminds me of. Yep.
He's like, girls, you hold back the door. I'm gonna stand behind this other door, for safe with my gun. Tim, you go
Yep.
and search the house.
Yep.
Uh, check
Oh
the
no,
windows. One of
actually
the
it was they look at the dog after it hits the door at one point, goes underneath the house.
No, even before that.
No,
So
because this is why
no,
he tells Tim to because he tells Tim to go look for something to cover the floor up.
no, this
There's
even
just a
happens before
hole
that
in the
because
floor.
you're skipping the whole part where like the dog just bursts through the window.
I thought that was before, but okay,
Yeah,
fair
no,
enough.
the window happens first.
Okay.
The dog just like pops through the
I like how
head,
we're arguing about one of the
and
dumbest, but somehow
just
the
because it's
best
so
parts of the
funny,
movie.
because
Yeah,
like, and then Doc runs over after the dog has shoved his head through and then ran away.
yeah.
Doc runs over with like the dog's head still basically out, takes two shots at it, and misses still
Somehow,
like a
yeah.
point
I
blank
lost
range.
sight of it. He says or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's like okay,
that's when the dog goes at the door,
right.
and then
Okay,
he's like,
yeah.
then he sees like a giant hole in the floor. He's like, oh shit!
Yeah, we do
He
see the
knows the
dog
dog's
going
gone under the
underneath the
house.
floorboards. Yeah, and he
Right.
takes a couple shots of the floorboards. So he just wastes like wait
All his
one,
bolts.
two, three, four, five. He wastes like 6 rounds, maybe give or take, right there, right?
At
Because he
least
takes
six.
basically 2 shots with each altercation.
Yeah,
So like
two outside, two
two
at the
outside,
window,
two at the
two there.
window,
Yeah.
two at the floorboards. So it's like yeah, it's like wow, okay, yeah,
Then he says like, Tim, go and open up that closet door and see if there's something you can put up, cover this hole. Opens the
yeah.
door. Bam! It's actually an exit
It's
to outside, and the
outside,
dog's just like,
and
sup.
yeah.
yeah,
And yeah, the dog comes in, and I guess Tim books it at that point.
yeah. Doc heroically stands in front, like, get away, and like, I'll hold off the dog, and like,
Yeah,
click, click, and he's like, oh shit, no, back
yeah.
off, like, don't do it.
He's like cowering in a corner, like it's not going to go well here. But Tim heroically comes in with a rifle.
Yeah, the Winchester and shoots the dog, and he's like, is it dead? And he's like,
Not
no.
yet. It's
He's
dying
dying, but
though.
he's not dead. And they
Yeah.
just leave the dog there, like slowly dying, like because they're all sons of bitches. They deserve to die in this movie.
They don't take it out of its misery. They just let it die. It's messed
Assholes.
up. Yeah.
But like, it's so fucking funny. I'm sorry. I was laughing through this whole bit.
I mean, it's definitely the highlight action
Yeah,
wise, but I mean, watching you're just like, oh my God. Like, but you're
but
right.
it's
I mean, but again, it is our hero here, that Doc that kind of makes it because it's so absurd.
oh, and he's taking it so seriously, like he's a
Yeah.
badass, and it's just like
Yes, exactly.
outstanding.
And again, oh gosh, I can't emphasize this enough. If anybody's ever watched the show, like it is Dingle, like it's dead on.
Yeah, it goes from like, oh, this is terrible. Oh no, this is perfect. I love
Yeah.
this so much for how bad it is. Because it doesn't know. When it doesn't know, it's even better. Um,
Agreed. Agreed.
so then we get more stories. Doc telling the story about a farmer who blew out a tire one day on a lonely road, and it's weird.
This was baffling me.
Yeah, it
I was
doesn't.
so like, wait a minute.
What
So
we
if
see versus the story we hear does not line up whatsoever.
and I mean, based off of what you're like hearing and seeing, um, who's around to tell this story and how does he know it? Like you're, it's like immediately what I'm noticing. I'm like, wait a minute, he's alone with this blown tire, and oh, and then you hear the story and you're like, okay, so he died. So what now?
After several days in the hospital, only
Yeah,
clues were that there was no dents in the car that had been flipped over into a ditch, and the farmer was like 50 yards away from the car and had a bruise on the side of his head. That was the only
and
mark
he
on him.
had no enemies. Everybody loved him.
And $80 still in his wallet, so it wasn't a robbery.
Right. That's another thing. It's like I feel like they do this a few times too. Like they have to like justify why these stories are good stories. It's like there's like a few of them where they have to do this, where they're like, oh, but this and that, so that's why this is legit.
Mm.
Just sounds
Uh,
like flat earthers.
yeah, the absence of evidence
Yeah,
proves everything.
exactly.
So,
Yep.
like, yeah, I then there's the whole sensor reading mishap when they put the sensors in,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
kind of fun. I mean, like,
Is it?
it's cute. But, like the
Is
dots on
it?
it, yeah, it works.
All right. Where he's like changing the weights and he's like, oh my gosh, run.
Right, right. Well, yeah.
Right?
I mean, like you
As
see
she
like something.
runs, she gets back. She's like, oh, like, oh no, Tim. And then Tim's like, hey. Okay.
Well, don't forget Doc and going full dingle again races out there to save the girl.
Yeah.
It's like I smell you.
Oh my gosh, I forgot that line. Yes. Oh my God. It's
But
so
yeah,
bad.
it's funny because he originally starts the sensors like at 100 pounds, and he knows exactly how much each of his students weighs.
Yeah, apparently, which is weird.
But then he keeps on raising the weight to see to match the creature, so he could really be able to tell.
Yeah.
So we find out like the creature weighs between 300 to 400 pounds, something in that area.
Yeah, it's like 350 to 400 range ish, something like
But
that.
we see like a bunch of dots on a computer screen moving closer into stuff, and it's like, all right, well, it's different.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, how many times have you seen this done insanely well? So I guess you kind of have to be like, oh,
But
that
like
may
this
be
is 1980.
harsh to ask for this movie to do that insanely
Yes,
well.
like
But
a few years later, I'm going to see James Cameron do this in Aliens in a much better way. But it's like, you
exactly.
know what?
And you're
Good for you for doing
yeah.
this.
It does not do a good job at building tension. But sure.
Honestly, compared to the rest of
The
the movie,
attempt, you're giving it credit for an attempt. Okay. All
yeah.
right. I mean,
Hey.
I've done that before, so okay.
Um, let's see. There's the whole scene where, once again, fun with sensors, where creatures approaching the camp. He's circling the camp, and then the lights go out.
Circles it. Yep.
Fucking Tim forgot to put gas in the
Ah!
generator. Way to go, Tim.
Gosh, Tim. Put on a shirt and put in gas, man. What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, so then and he's got to I think he's got his rifle at this point, right? Because he
Which
gets a
suddenly
dart.
he's a trank gun.
Trank gun. All of a sudden he wants a trank gun, which I didn't think that the rifle can also do
The
trank
transformer.
darts. I guess so. I didn't so he's got a third weapon, but it looked like the same weapon. So that didn't make sense.
Well, after
But
standing outside and being scared of everything, eventually they actually do see the monster and
right. Well, it's just like, well, Tim does a
the
horrible
creature.
job of filling up the
I was sure something was gonna be some kind of explosion because all the gas he's spilling all over
all
the
the
thing.
gas he's spilling all over the place
Like, dude,
as
just
he's
put it in the
filling this
hole. Well,
thing.
you don't have
Yeah,
to.
like this is not complicated. This is
Yeah,
yeah,
just put it right in
but
there.
it's
It's
getting
fine.
all over the place, and it lights up, and then like Tim's like, oh, and he backs away, and then Dingle there
Yeah, the
dies.
creature's just like
Sorry.
in like standing like under a tree, like. "Arr."
Yeah. It kind of looks like this could be like a really bad where like somebody's whacking it in the trees to them or something like oh you know what I mean? Like that's the
Because
I
the
started
noises.
laughing thinking of that.
Yeah.
Like especially all the growling, like
Right, right,
like
right.
heavy breathing stuff going on.
So Doc takes a shot at it with the trank gun, and the monster's just like,
Pulls it out.
bitch, bitch.
Well, it was not exactly like that. It was more like like it was almost like this, you shot me. What the heck is this? Like, and it just pulls it out, like, but it's in grunt form, so it's like, oh.
Yeah, and he just walks away. But my favorite is like the narration right after, where he's like,
Yeah,
the dark gun was a mistake. He simply reached out and pulled it out. I was like,
yeah,
yeah, we know. We saw that. Why are
yeah.
you explaining that?
We even get like a
So
walking
dumb.
away of the creature, walking away, almost being like, "What the hell was that about?" Like, it's just, like so weird.
Yeah. I just like I just got so angry. All of a sudden I got angry at the movie. Like, don't
Yeah.
narrate the thing we just watched that we can all
Oh my
obviously tell. It's
gosh,
so
they
dumb.
narrate so much. It's so bad. And then every time you get the story time, it's like, oh, saturation's turned up. Here we go. Like
Right,
it's
yeah.
like, oh no.
Well, we got a really humdinger at the next one with the
Is the
guy who
next
shits his
one the
pants.
outhouse? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Guy wants the Sears Roebuck catalog so you can take a really long shit in the outhouse. He likes the ladies' underwear section.
Yep, and we clearly get a shot of it and everything.
Dang cows, you can't even take a crap in peace. Myrtle's that you? I'm trying to take a
Yeah.
crap.
I still don't understand like what the creature is like. You're so loud, man. Turn it down. Like, is that what he's angry about? Or
I
is
don't
like
know.
I really like that catalog. I don't understand the
So the
motive
creature
here.
like smashes a hand through
Yeah.
the outhouse, and the guy
And
stands
he's like
up and just
hitting
like
him off with the magazine. He's using the
right,
magazine as his weapon.
and he ends up shitting all over his pants.
Well, no, it's not just that. He literally has one leg in the toilet.
Oh, did he? I missed that.
Yes, because
Okay,
that's why she's spraying one leg.
I just assumed he just pooped all over his pants because
No,
he
he
stood up.
stuck a leg in the seat
Oh,
in
okay,
the altercation or whatever, right? So that's why
bad
she's
move.
spraying the one leg. But like, and so and he's using the magazine to hit him away, which I mean, no joke to any younger viewers, the Sierra Roebuck's catalog was a ginormous freaking thing. It's thick and like that actually would hurt getting hit with that thing to
It
a
was like a
normal
phone book.
human
Yeah,
being. Yeah, exactly. It's like maybe not as big as a phone book, but it's pretty big.
you could buy literally
It's
anything in this. You
dense.
could buy a house in that thing.
Yeah. And so yeah, he's hitting it, but I'm just like, man, what was he just being loud? Was he just interested in the magazine?
Well,
Like
like the best
you,
part is at the end, the button of the story is Oscar Cole Porter was a retired attorney from Texarkana and is known from time to time to have a drinking problem. I was like,
yep,
all right, so it's probably all bullshit. Okay.
yeah. Well,
Glad we
he
know that.
told that one because the kids were freaked out, so he
Right.
wanted to tell a funny story. What a nice teacher.
Oh yeah. And then Doc meets with the deputy who had the
The
most recent encounter
trooper.
that the
Yeah.
sheriff called him about. I'm like, man, I feel like you should have done this like first. This should have been like the first thing he did when he got
It's
down
like the
there.
most legitimate story he's had. Like you visited like random abandoned houses, but here we are all of a sudden this late in the
Yeah, I
movie
should probably talk to the guy who like called me down there.
checking off with like an officer of the law.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not much of a story. The deputy
Nope.
went fishing, and then his wife
Actually, to be
told him,
honest, I thought it was the most exciting one. I mean, not okay. Hold on, backtrack.
no, no, I
The most
understand.
exciting was the Mad Dog, right? But this
Mad
is like the
dog.
most. This is the most like legitimate thing that you're
Yeah.
like, oh, there's a physical altercation.
Right.
Like, oh wow, there's like an actual legitimate like threat here.
Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, not really, even then,
Not
but yeah,
really.
he does get stitches.
I
Anyway,
was excited though. I was like, yeah, you get your fish.
right, little guy, little
Yeah, he's a
guy.
little guy. He like, yeah, he's the wife doesn't. He went fishing all day. He got some fish. The wife's like, you ain't bringing the sticky things here. Go clean it in the shed or whatever. So he goes back there with his fish, and he gets jumped by the little guy. They always refer to as the little one, the big one, a lot of
Yeah,
times in
yeah,
this
yeah.
movie. So like the little one jumps him, which I can't like. I'm still trying to figure this out time frame story wise of when the little one gets captured, or is there more than one little one? But we'll get back to that. But anyway, because it doesn't make sense to the story because the story happened recently, which I think is the original reason why he got called. And but
Don't
then
don't think on it too hard. You're gonna hurt yourself. It's
no, I'm just saying it doesn't match up. It doesn't make any
no,
sense. It
no,
doesn't
no,
match
no.
up at all. But anyway,
Not the first thing
so
or the only thing in this movie that yeah did
yeah,
not
little
work.
guy's around his back, he's got his like arms around his neck kind of deal. It's like, oh, get off me kind of deal. And he kind of throws him and he's like, cool, I got the fish because you dropped the fish. And he goes and then big one picks him up and then they go.
I
That's
love that he
it.
picks him up like a toddler.
Yeah, like, all right, good job, buddy. Way
And
to
the
get the
guy, and once
fish.
again, the creature just is a big stare like,
Yeah. For being such an amazing swimmer, they have to rely on stealing guys' fish.
yeah, I don't know, man.
Maybe they're not as great of a swimmer as you think. Like, I'm a
Maybe,
really good swimmer, but
or
catching the fish while I'm swimming is not great. I
or
don't know.
maybe that was just Little's. He was,
I gotta teach you. Yeah, I'm a great swimmer and I can catch fish, but you
or
need to
it's
catch
the
your own
little
fish. I
kid
don't
just
know.
getting up to trouble, and he's like, oh, "This is not what we
Maybe.
do.
Because,
Come
like,
on,
I
get out of
can't
here."
catch a fish while I'm swimming in the water at super speeds, but I can get a jet skier.
And a
Just saying.
deer,
And a deer.
which you won't eat.
Yeah.
We'll just abandon. Um, then there's the whole Leslie Ann and Tanya ditching the guys at the Jeep. Since there is no rule, the creature will only come out at night. And they get lost and stuck in the mud. Girls blame each other. Uh, it's really stupid,
Yeah, it is.
but it just shows off the Jeep nicely.
And it's just an excuse to make the girls belittle them and make them feel dumb.
Yeah, kind of what I felt like.
Although at the same time, it's like at least they're like, oh, let's read the directions
Yeah, they learn how to put the four-wheel drive into action and how to use the winch.
and they were gonna solve their way out of it until they got scared by
They saw the
seeing
creature and ran
it.
away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all that is.
Yeah, then he's like, oh, I'm gonna teach him a lesson by not believing them.
Right, right. And then the cold shoulder. They made me. I was worried about them for 6 hours. I want to show
Yeah,
that.
how,
It's like,
how dare they? I'm gonna traumatize them.
then we have the Jaws scene
Yeah.
where we get the bubbles that we saw from the beginning of the movie that took down a deer, but this time it turns out it's just a little kid in like a Toxic Avenger mask. It looked like
It kind of
almost.
reminded me of like a Goosebumps looking thing. But
Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
get what you're saying. Yeah.
Me
But you're
too.
right. It's like a Jaws type thing where it's like kids playing a prank or kid playing a prank. Yeah. And then we got this random jet ski thing.
It's one of those old jet skis where you have
Yeah,
to
where you're
kneel on it.
kneeling on it, you're
You're
not
not sitting
sitting
on it.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know
it's
what? And
weird.
he's like circling Doc's boat with the kids and everything, like showing off.
Yeah,
I'm like, you don't look cool kneeling on that thing at all.
not at all. Yeah. That jet ski does not look inherently cool at all. And he just immediately just gets thrown. Like we don't really see, we just see him kind of getting thrown from it, but not like, there's not like a reason to it other than seeing some bubbling close by
I
where he
don't
was
think
driving.
Val Kilmer could have made that look cool, like kneeling on a jet ski like that.
No, I disagree. Disagree. I'm sorry. Val Kilmer can really make anything look cool.
You know what? It would have really been a test of his mettle.
I think he could have pulled it off.
Think so?
If it
All right.
wasn't like a cool thing, it was like it's funny and cool. Like I
Oh, he
mean,
could
he
have
would
made it
have.
look funny, but I don't know if
Yeah,
he could have made it look
he
cool.
would have done something to it, obviously, because again, I have every faith in Val Kilmer that he could have done it. So
Tim has never watched The Island of Dr. Moreau, for the record. Uh,
that's fair. That's fair. I don't want to. It'll hurt
uh,
everything. I don't want it.
he's not the worst thing in that movie.
I doubt he would.
No.
Yeah.
Um, it's just so batshit insane.
I
Anyway,
remember that was like a budget video, like box thing I saw for like ever. And I was so curious, but never did it.
mm, mm,
Budget video. Back in the day, Patrick, budget video.
yeah, the
Anyway,
original. Anyway, yeah. So the kid falls off the jet ski and like
just
swims
swims
like
and
a
gets back
jerk.
on and
Like
goes
not
back.
clear if it was actually the creature or he's just bad at the jet ski.
I don't know. It's not clear because it was like you don't see why he fell off. It was just some bubbling close to where he was driving, and he gets, and then he swims and gets back on and leaves, and that's it. It's the, oof, bad, bad,
Yeah,
bad,
and
bad.
the last thing is the Crenshaw. He's the guy who's seen the creature the most, talks about it most around town, and
Yeah,
Turns out they go to interview him. It turns out he's got the little creature in his closet who's injured
Some sort of a trap he must have set at some point that got the little one. And now he's setting fires
to
because it
keep the creature
scares the
away.
big one, so it
Yeah.
keeps it away, but it's not doing well. So he hears
Well, then it
Doc,
rains.
right?
Oh, and
And
the creature attacks. The big creature attacks, and
right.
Doc won't let him fight back. Uh, he pulls his gun on him and takes his gun away, and they give the little creature back to the big one. The big one kind of
All
like
he
knocks on
does
the
is
door.
break down a door. Yeah, he just breaks down a door. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all we
and,
see. Some more growling.
yeah, and that's the end.
That's it.
So yeah, while I tell you I love that Mad Dog scene for being so damn hilarious, I still only give this a 1.5. But like, it should be just a one. But I'm like, that scene is like was so funny. Like, all right, I'll bump it up to 1.5.
I agree, but I still can't get there, so I went one.
Okay.
You're not exactly wrong, but I don't know if it was enough for me to do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be thinking about Mad Dog for a long time.
Mad Dog. I mean, again, like the hilariousness of the movie is like I really be like this is where Dingle came from in my own head
I would
canon,
love that to be true.
right?
Like,
In my head canon, this is the beginning of it.
um, so yeah,
Side
supporting
characters.
characters. You have Tim Thornton, played
Yep,
by
Tim.
Charles Pierce Jr., a,
He doesn't like shirts.
a freshman student of Doc's, and he is the real life son of Charles B. Pierce, like I mentioned. Despite owning at least two shirts that I can count, it doesn't seem like Tim is a big fan of wearing them.
Nope, doesn't
Uh,
like him.
Tim can draw well and does an accurate drawing of the creature based off the descriptions. And according to Doc, he's always hungry.
Yeah,
That's all we know
can't.
about Tim.
That's it.
Despite being a freshman, he seems to trust him the most.
Slightly decent shot, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, better than Doc. I guess Doc is a sexist asshole, and that's the only reason he seems to favor Tim more than the girls.
Yeah, that's fair.
Uh, then we have Leslie Ann Walker, played by Cindy Butler.
We're not gonna do the other one first.
All right, fine. Tanya Yazzie, played
Tanya
by
should be first. She's like an actual, I guess, disciple. What do you want to say?
his prize student, he says.
Yeah.
She's played by Serene Hedin. Um, Tanya thought the creature was sexy based off of Tim's drawing. She can drive a
Oh, I
Jeep
missed
and
that.
claims to know her way around a gun.
Just not does not know four-wheel drive. She pretends to like some dip, and that does not go well for her.
Doesn't go well for anybody.
She
Shit's
seems
gross.
to
I don't blame her at all.
yeah, no, fair. She seems to be easily convinced of things, because her bestie convinces her to do some stuff against her interest, where she seems to be chill with stuff until her bestie talks her into being in hysterics kind of deal. So she seems like a little bit kind of gullible with stuff. But at the same time, she's like, oh, yeah, I can go put sensors down. I can go drive a Jeep. Like, I can do certain stuff to a point, I guess. But every once in a while, still likes to punch her down. So, still kind of a bummer.
Hmm. Yeah, I know they built her up at the beginning of the movie as being like this is the real one, and like
Yeah.
honestly, she probably gets the least amount to do out of all the kids. It feels like.
I mean, talking wise, I guess, but you kind of get the vibe that she seems at least somewhat capable. Like, she's not grossed out by nature and she's not freaking out by things most of the time.
Right, because it'd be
Um,
boring to have two people doing that.
Right. And like again, she wasn't able to figure out the four-wheel drive, but she was able to kind of do some basic stuff. Um, but yeah, it's a
Uh,
bummer.
so yeah, then we get Leslie Ann Walker played by Cindy Butler.
She has no reason or purpose at
It's
all.
so I remember that line from like Josie and the Pussycats when it
Yeah.
describes why the sister's there. It's like, why are you here? Because I was in a comic.
Yeah.
It's like that's I was
I
like, why is she
yep.
here?
There's no reason for it. I mean,
Uh,
she I think she's
she's not
supposed
an
to be
anthropology
Tanya's
student.
friend
She's just Tanya's friend who decided to tag
and
along.
tag along. That's it. And doesn't like the outdoors, doesn't like anything that they're doing. But somehow, I don't know what she was told to make her think otherwise. I don't know. I
She's
mean, it seems
constantly
like even a
scared
doc is
and
like, I don't understand why you're here either, but I'm going to tag you, let you tag along because I like to look at your butt.
Honestly, that would have been a better excuse.
He
Um,
literally does look at her butt, but
that one time,
yeah.
like if he would like making more leery eyes at her throughout the movie, I
Nope,
understand
just that
more.
one scene. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. And to be fair to him, I mean, she was doing it in front of an open window.
Yeah, I guess it's true. I mean, but man, she literally does nothing.
Well, she got the one good line in the movie where she's
Yeah,
like,
remind me.
they're at Crenshaw's and she's freaking out. She does not like the situation. She's like, that could be a mad goat. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
the
all
mad
right.
goat line. Yeah,
And the
okay.
goat's just like,
Okay. Yeah.
so
No,
I
I mean
enjoyed that.
she I guess the reason why she's in this movie, she's like somewhat the voice of reason. Like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why don't like
We should all go to
why
a hotel.
yeah, why do we have to be camping? Can't we just be in a hotel and do the same thing? Like, I don't understand this. So like there's somewhat, I guess, reasoning, but it's bad.
Yeah. Finally, I have Old Man Crenshaw, who is played by 52-year-old Jimmy Clem. Uh, Crenshaw looks like a 6'3" giant compared to everyone else.
I was really kind of hoping when you get to look at him, like, are we gonna get like the Creature versus Crenshaw moment? Because like I kind of want to see it.
I don't think they could find two people I think he was
Because
bigger.
he looked like a big dude.
I was like, I tried to look in the credits, like, was he in the costume other
Right.
times? Because he's
I don't think
huge,
so because the guy in the costume seemed more
smaller.
slender,
Yeah,
and Crenshaw looked like I got chest, like I got shoulders.
yeah. No, his arms are massive.
He's a big dude.
He looks like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Uh, he's got like like the no shirt overall, like but only one of them is
Yeah.
connected. It's like by a string.
Yep. Yeah. And actually, to be
I love
honest,
that Tim takes off his shirt as soon as he's like, "Oh, I'm not intimidated.
yeah,
I
you
can
should
wear
be
that
because
shirt
this
too."
dude would destroy you, Tim.
Yeah, Tim, you only
Um,
weigh 130 pounds. It's not gonna work out, buddy.
yeah, seriously, we know your weight based on the earlier movie. Uh, but yeah, and to be honest, like, I'm not gonna give him fair points for this, but I thought he was the best actor in this movie. Um,
It's him
I
and Charles B. Pierce. I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot of his delivery, especially where he's like, anybody want some dip or whatever. Just like, yeah, I'll take something. That's good girl. Like that's
That
my
sure
kind of
is a
girl.
man's kind of woman.
Yeah, yeah, like I think he's delivering all the lines the way it's supposed to be. Like it's way
Right.
more tongue in cheek and fun the way he's delivering it, but it's done really well and not bad at all, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
That age thing just throws me the whole
It
time.
throws me
Where he's like,
so
he
bad.
talks about like, I buried my truck in 46 and he ain't been nowhere but the river ever since. And
Yep.
he's like, wait, you were born in 32, so you did that like when you were 14?
Yeah.
And like, is he
And
supposed to be a lot older? Like,
I think
what's
he's
going on?
supposed to be because everybody keeps referring to him as old man. It's like this
Yeah,
is not an old man. He again, I was like, you say 7 years apart, I'm like they look the same age to me.
he really do.
And
Yeah.
if anything, this old man is destroying Doc. Like
Yeah,
this is,
Doc's beard's looking like a lot more gray in it than Crenshaw's. So it's
yeah.
like,
And I feel like he's wearing a hat because he's probably have a receding hairline going on. Like this guy looks more like I got hair, and
yeah,
you know what I mean. Like he looks more like a man, and yeah, it's like a heart. It just kept throwing me the whole time, especially if he kept Doc keeps calling him old man almost the entire time during this
right,
scene, and you're like, this is throwing me too bad. Like, I'm sorry, this old man is destroying you.
right. So like Crenshaw's whole plan is that with Doc's book learning and his ability to
He thinks
capture
he's
the
a medical
creature.
doctor.
So I thought all you doctor types was good at patching up sick folk.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, let me tell you something, cousin. You and me need to have a little talk, nice and private.
yeah,
And yeah, he's like, we're gonna get rich off this little creature.
yep.
And yeah, it's Lord have mercy. I gotta go set my fires and all that stuff. It's so he's funny in like this weird way. I don't know.
It's weird.
I
It was a weird moment too, where I thought they were like looking out the window, and you see some stuff, and they're like, "Oh, he's coming," and then but like you see two different shadows coming, but it's not lined up with the story of when the creature comes. Like it didn't make sense. And then like you look at the and I thought it was so funny, like you look inside the house and it is dark, pitch black outside, right? But then you get the Crenshaw view before he comes inside and it's dusk
For
and
night.
it's
Yeah.
so it's like, oh, a lot of this does not match up.
So yeah, I gave this a 1.5 because I enjoyed Crenshaw.
Um for side characters,
Yeah.
I also gave it a 1.5, but I actually did not include Crenshaw on this, which is weird.
All
But
right. So my
I
final
guess I
score
was
for this week,
amused by Tim never having a shirt on.
I was too.
I kind of dug Tanya a little bit. Like I like the idea of her, even though I feel like they should have beefed that up more. Because I thought she was kind of like somewhat capable. And Leslie's nonsensical character and why this exists doesn't make any sense. But yeah, anyway, I went 5.5.
I have a 6. Um,
Okay, wow. Better than I thought for you.
sure. Well, honestly, I was laughing so hard during the Mad Dog scene. I was like, I can't hate. I got more enjoyment out of this than I did Shadow, Run Black and Don't Open Till Christmas. So
Well, you know what? I will end up having it the same, to be honest.
okay, there you go.
At least in ranking. I have it at 5.5. Um, so I do have it less than you, but I do have Bloodsuckers and Shadowruns Black below it, and you have Don't Up Till Christmas and Shadows Run Black. So we do have a slight difference
Hmm.
in that. But anyway,
Uh, I only have a couple things for the miscellaneous that I haven't mentioned yet. So the drive from Fayetteville to Texarkana is a little over 4 hour drive. So Tim just
dang,
rocking no shirt for 4 hours in that car in that
in
tight
that Jeep,
small Jeep with them.
which is open top
Yeah. So
majority of the movie until they get there, and that's when they
Tim,
close
it's
it.
September. Let's put a shirt
Yeah,
on, damn it.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, no idea how much this movie cost to make or how little it made, but one of the release dates, according to IMDb, there was a screening in Laurel, Mississippi, and on that date, the number one movie in America was Footloose in its first week of release.
That's fair.
Also released that week was Lassiter, which came in at number 2, where Tom Selleck plays a jewel thief who is arrested and, in order to avoid prison, must break into the heavily guarded German embassy to steal millions in gems.
I
Also
kind of want to
starring
see that.
Also starring Jane Seymour, Lauren Hutton, and Bob Hoskins. Yeah, I
Is this
kind of want to
supposed to
see
be
it.
good?
I don't know. I kind of want to see it too. I doubt it because it's a Tom Selleck movie, and there's only like a
I
couple good Tom Selleck
know,
movies.
but like, I like the cast and the
Yeah,
basic premise seems all right.
right. It's
I
like
know.
I'll watch Tom Selleck do Tom Selleck things for an hour and a half. It could be fun. We'll see.
Yeah, he's a charming man.
You know how many times I watched My Alibi? Too many. Because I'm like,
Uh,
yeah, I just
how many
enjoy Tom
times were
Selleck.
we dragged with Quigley Down Under?
That was a terrible movie. That's
Oh,
a
yes, it is.
I only saw
But
that
our
once.
mother loves it, so there it is.
The only other new release that week was Blame It on Rio, which came in at number 4. Uh,
Do I know that one?
it came on Comedy Central sometimes, but I never watched it. So the premise of this movie: best friends and their daughters vacation in Rio de Janeiro, only for one of them, played by Michael Caine, to fall for the other's daughter, uh, played by 18-year-old Michelle Johnson. Demi Moore plays Michael Caine's daughter in this. How you feeling, buddy?
Not well. There's so many things I have issues with.
Sure, sure, sure,
Um,
sure. If it makes you feel any better, when the other friend, I Wikipedia this thing.
oh,
Uh,
you don't want to experience it for yourself?
I'm good.
You're
I'm
good.
good. Um,
Boy.
even when the other friend finds out that he's been nailing his daughter, he's like, and like apparently throughout the movie, when the daughter confesses that she's having an affair with an older man, and I guess in Michael Caine's character's semi-defense, he's trying to end it after the first time, but he keeps doing it because she keeps on wanting it. Um, 80s, man,
Okay.
the 80s.
Yeah. All right. All
So
right. All right.
so the whole time the friend, when he finds out about this, is trying to track down who the dirty son of a bitch is who's nailing his daughter. But when he finds out it's Michael Caine, he's okay with it. because it turns out he's nailing Michael Caine's wife.
Well, that's messed up. Do you find that later out? Like, it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
okay.
That's
Well,
where he
oh,
confesses,
like,
like, "Wow, oh, thank God it's you. That's I feel okay now because I'm nailing your wife." He's like, the only reason the wife isn't there on vacation is because that they're Michael Caine and her are having problems, and she's vacationing in some other country.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he goes off to make Jaws the Revenge.
I don't. This would be after Jaws
It
Revenge is
might be
after.
after.
I
Okay,
don't.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see when Jaws. I can't remember Jaws the Revenge year.
Man.
Yeah, Jaws Revenge is still 3 years ago for Jaws the Revenge.
Wow. What a
Michael Caine's 80s are rough. Rough. Like there's Dirty Rotten Scoundrels and a lot of crap.
yeah, man. It's upsetting. It's
It's
upsetting.
when was Husbands and Wives? That was actually pretty good. I don't like to admit that there's a good Woody Allen movie, but that one is.
You're not quite nasally enough. Oh gosh. It's just not it's just not just making me think of all the
Oh, that's 92.
great
All right, yeah. So it's
great
basically just
bits
the
of
80s.
his accent, which is so much fun. Um, but wow. All right. Wow.
Sorry. Now I gotta just like look at Michael Caine's 80s.
Regardless, Michael Caine is a phenomenal actor.
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
And
No, no, no. The question was never his talent.
yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, the Jack the Ripper movie. Yeah, there was that.
Was it basically Batman that brought him kind of back for a little while?
No, no, because he won an Academy Award for Cider House Rules. Remember that?
Oh, good call. Yes, I forgot about that.
Ooh, Death Trap. Death Trap is great. If you've never seen that movie, I want you to see it someday. And Victory. It's just,
I was a
oh,
bigger Dress to Kill fan than you are, right?
yeah. You. Everyone's a bigger Dress to Kill fan than me.
Okay, fair enough. I just want to put that out there. Okay.
Michael Caine. Michael Caine did a lot of shit.
Michael Caine's great,
Yeah, yeah, I know. He's just been in a lot of bad movies. It's kind of like,
but
God, it's a
but
testament to
he
your
made
talent.
so many movies. Like he his IMDb is huge.
Yeah. Oh, it's. There's that great joke from
He churned
PCU
stuff out.
where
Oh,
like
yes, yes,
there's
yes,
always going to
yes.
be a Gene Hackman or a Michael Caine movie on TV at
The
any given
Kane
time.
Hackman theory or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that's like, yeah, the guy's like, oh, they're the what was the movie? Was it, gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on the movie. He's like, oh, they're in the same movie, and then he's like, this is my thesis, man, and then like
Okay. Yeah.
bits and needles, and he falls over. Ah, gosh, I love PCU. PCU's great,
A
and
bridge too
it,
far.
British Fire, thank you. And like it's funny, like we don't need to go into details, but I'm a teacher in the school district. It's not going great. But and there's a lot of complaints and all this kind of stuff. And so like there's been like these weird kind of protest, not protest stuff going on in our school district. And like I keep making the joke, we're not gonna protest. And like nobody understands what I'm doing.
Yeah. You and I were the only ones who are big PCU fans.
It was on like the cable circuit for a long time, and then Comedy Central. It's a great movie. It's like
I
really
enjoy it.
early Jeremy Piven.
Not that
Like well,
early. Not
not
as
or
early
not
as you
that
would like
early.
to
I
think
mean,
it is.
it's before Jeremy Piven becomes more of a name. I would say
It's well before Entourage, that's for sure.
yes, exactly. Which I think is really put him as a name.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but anyway. So you have next pick, correct?
That's right.
Okay, so what's the pick here, Patrick?
It's what you want it to be.
That's damn right it is.
We'll be doing Firestarter next.
Yep, there it is. And I already look at that. Oh, it's highlighted. You should already see it updated. Boom, there it is. Woo! I'm your fire starter.
What
No,
was
sorry.
that?
No, you don't know that song?
No, I don't. I guess I don't.
All right, if I play,
Um,
I'll play it for you later. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
I can't wait. Yeah, Firestarter. Stephen King rules. The movie does not. Um,
Is
yeah.
it, I mean, your gist is generally you love his writing, but not always the movies and shows that get made.
Look, there, no, not always.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you know what? Even the worst Stephen King movie, and there are plenty of really bad ones, is fairly entertaining. Um,
There's some ones I never got to that I would like to.
Well, we'll get into that next week.
Yeah, I mean, because I don't know if it's too soon for podcast wise, but October is approaching, and as usual, Patrick and I have our tradition of watching horror movies every weekend. Um, so that should be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got anything else?
No, man, that's it. That's all I got. Where I'm excited after this movie, which I have not seen in a really long time, because again, mostly saw because our mother had such a weird thing for this movie. So it's been a while for me. But after this movie, we got some great stuff coming up. So I'm excited.
Yeah. All right. Well, that is it for us. Please share your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to the show. Also, sharing is caring. Be sure to follow us on social media to get the latest show updates. You can contact us by emailing at filmbrochamp@gmail.com or find us by searching for the hashtag FilmBroChamp. Thank you for listening to this episode of Film Bro Championship Podcast. Peace out, everyone.
These river bottoms are truly a sight to behold. So bad. So bad.